Hello people of YouTube, it's Iron's gonna read James, and welcome to a bit of a new thing we're doing on this channel. I know I usually do the reviews of, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan-made series that I usually do a reaction on, but an episodic thing, that's different for me. So yeah, the reason this is because Shadow Duelist, the guy who makes Yu-Gi-Oh! Virtual On, pseudo-requested it, that I do this sort of thing. It's sort of like the sort of thing where, he asked me, he put the idea out there of me doing an episodic guy because he wants, reviews of this sort of thing to be like, how's my series going? Which makes perfect sense. I understand completely. But, well, he asked me to do a review thing and gave the idea of the episodic guide, and I accepted it, and then I procrastinated on it because, well, real life's a bit of a bitch, and sometimes I can be a lazy motherfucker at the same time, so not a good type combination, you know what I mean? But anyway, they're going to be out now, and they're going to be starting, and probably throughout this week I'm going to be trying to catch up with Virtual On as I'm reacting to it, so, expect more to come. But anyway, let's get into the actual meat of it. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Virtual On Episode 1, Season 1. I know I said that out of order, bite me. So, this episode is just basically your usual Episode 1. It's set up for all your characters and all that jazz. We meet the characters of Dartha, Edward, and, Ivan, I believe it is. Ivo Hugh, that's it. I'm sorry, I got a bad memory. And we're just basically introduced to their sorts of characters and their dynamic. Ivo's the scientist, Edward's the generic good guy with the heart of gold and all that jazz, and Dartha's the smart-talking sidekick sort of guy. And yeah, for what they are, they all fill out the role as well. It's a by-the-numbers thing, but this is a fan-made series, and let's face it, it's not like you could really stray from the usual norm. It's just a safe, nice thing to go into. You kind of feel like Edward needs a bit more character at this stage, but he's the new character, plus we're introducing the series for the first time, so best to go with just a solid, nice, generic white guy, despite the fact that he's Hispanic and all that jazz, but, well, you guys know where I'm coming from, right? Dartha's generic, smart... Well, maybe I should get into what actually happened in the episode. What happens is they all get together in a big science convention thing, and they're all trying to figure out how to create the real life virtual system, the power of G-force and all that crap, using literally a whiteboard, trying to be like, I am clearly the smart guy. Though to be fair, at least Ivo doesn't play chess, because goddamn, I am so sick of that cliche. If you're smart, you must play chess. I want a smart guy to be playing Chutes and Ladders just for the shits of it. But after that, they find out what the solution is, and they all go home happily ever after. Until the next morning, Dartha comes in and then gets attacked by an electromagnetic virus sort of card thing. Yeah, he gets attacked by the electric virus card. Well, not the card, the monster that's on the card. You know what I mean. And after that, he gets possessed by the card, and he has to duel against Edward, because of course there has to be a duel in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. That's just a law. Galaxy Eyes versus Blue Eyes, and Edward's using Blue Eyes, Dartha's using Galaxy Eyes, which I'm sure he'll always be keeping until the end of time. And when the dragons clash, we find out a bit more of their backstory sort of thing. Sort of like how whenever Obelisk attacks Slifer and that sort of shit, Just an idea of what's going on. So apparently, whatever's happening, we need to find out what happens with the dragons with eyes, which that'll narrow it down drastically. Fortunately, there are only four kinds of cards in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That have eyes in their name, that are dragon types. No blue-eyed zombie does not count, or any of that jazz. I know there was probably some earlier cards that had eyes in their name, but until then it got distinctive. But anyway, after that, Edward, of course, wins, defeats the electromagnetic virus, which is then kicked out of Dartha's body. End of episode, really. Quick wrap-up, all that jazz. But, it gets the job done. I'm sure Ivan will be staying around for a long, long time to come. There's no way he'll just, I don't know, maybe, not want to be part of the series anymore and just leave. I can't confirm if that's how it went, but it seems like that's heavily implied. I mean, if I'm wrong, so be it, but it kind of feels that way, given what we know about later episodes. But this is a standalone episode. In fact, I may have been spoiling things with all the eyes things I was talking about. That's probably not even mentioned. And I just ungoofed and gave away a massive freaking spoiler for later episodes. Oops. Anyway, what happened... Anyway, again, as I was saying earlier, all the characters are just fine. Edward's a generic guy with a heart of gold. Dartha's the smack-talking sidekick who... I don't know why, but for some reason his actor just oozes character. Like, this doesn't feel like he's playing a character. This feels like he's playing himself. And I always like characters that feel like they're playing themselves. You know? Because it's easy to just be a generic by the numbers, sort of like reading your lines and being there for work. But it's another thing to actually feel like you are this person, you know? You feel like you are the role. Like, anyone could say a quote off of, like, say, Dwayne The Rock Johnson or anything like that. But only Dwayne The Rock Johnson can say it like Dwayne The Rock Johnson because he actually believes that he is what he is, you know? He doesn't feel like, oh, I'm playing this character now. No, he's like, no, I am this character now, and that is that. And I'm just using Dwayne The Rock Johnson as an example because, bite me. Anyway, as it all, the episode's fine as a whole. I mean, the camera footage is a little wonky, but again, it's a fan-made series, so you kind of give them a pass on that one. Like, sure, it doesn't look fantastic, but I'm not expecting stellar art or any of that jazz, you know? As long as I can see who everyone is, we're all fine. And I can see who everyone is just fine. Oh, and the best part is, Joshua Prime had a little back and forth, but hit this. The first, like, 10 minutes of this episode feels like it's ripped right out of the Big Bang Theory. Like, this is really supposed to be the Big Bang Theory Virtual One, or Yu-Gi-Oh! The Big Bang Theory. It just literally feels like something between, like, Sheldon, Leonard, and Penny, or literally any of their other friends. Although you usually have to keep the nerd and the freaking an African guy to get Indian. I know what I'm talking about, I hope. But you know what I mean. You just, like, the first 10 minutes just feels like it's ripped right out of the Big Bang Theory. But that's not bad, you know? It just feels, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it feels kind of right the way it is. So, you know. Strong introduction. I understand how everything is. I guess if you want me to rank these sorts of things, I give it, like, in terms of a stars, a simple 8 out of 10 or something like that. Like, it's not high art or any of that jazz, but it feels right. I don't know how it is, but something about this just feels right. So, yeah. All that said, this is Great James signing off. Look forward to more of these in the future, I hope. Bye.